Jody Hamilton is here. Travis Bone is on assignment at Devin Nunes' is a fake farm in Fresno.
And Schiff is fixing your potholes. I see.
Yes, I know. He's saving America and my street one pothole at a time in our democracy. Okay. More from Chairman Schiff on the subpoena party, and also we are enjoying Trump losing by even more votes in Arizona than he originally. After the fraud, okay, he lost by 261 more votes. Oh no, more than that.
Yeah, you add the 99.
Right, and Joe Biden, he got 99 more votes.
Right. So he won by 360 more.
Trump got 261 less.
Right. So,
after the fraud in Arizona. Yeah. Okay, Chairman Schiff.
But unlike the last 4 years, these witnesses are not going to be able to count on the former president to protect them if they essentially thwart the law. And I would hope that we can move expeditiously to enforce the subpoenas if that's necessary. I hope it won't be, but if it is,
it will be.
But also that the Justice Department will be open to considering potential criminal contempt charges against anyone who ignores the law.
Yep.
Yes, let's get a little justice going at the Department of Justice. Thank you.
I have a friend that works there.
Oh, look at you, fancy pants.
Well,
we talked about him yesterday.
By the way, if you've just tuned
in
and you wonder why I'm not having more shadowforaliciousness over Arizona, I could barely speak for the first 20 minutes of the show, as Jody will attest. Yes. I was laughing so hard. But my stomach is, I need to recover.
Got a nice ab workout doing that.
I need to recover. There. Need to recover.
Rocking a six-pack.
Particularly from Trump's tweet last night. Make sure you pay attention to the very highly respected audit from Arizona tomorrow. Idiot.
He's got to be screaming. Spit's coming out of his mouth right now as he's screaming.
Oh, God, I can't. Okay, subpoena party news.
Is the former president on a list of potential people that you will call before you?
I think we have a lot of work to do before we answer that question. And, logically, I think we want to start by getting the documentary record so we know the right questions to ask the witnesses, and then ask the witnesses who are really key and central, and then we'll make a decision about anyone else after that.
I think that was a long legalese answer for
computer 13.
Yes, we're going after the orange ape at the end. Yes, I think it's going to be a really bad day for Donald Trump. And then, if history's any guide, when I'm on vacation next week, wow. Okay,
you're gonna have to call in, you're gonna have to come downstairs.
I'll be off on a bike trip. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, no, I think what Schiff was doing there was the equivalent of circling the areola for you, Stephanie.
Oh.
Without a termite.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sans termite.
Yeah. Sans termite.
Yeah, Hugo tweeted, wow, former Trump advisor Steve Bannon says on his War Room podcast, it's nice that this is all done on tape.
Admitting it.
It's very helpful.
Yeah.
That he met with Trump and Giuliani the night before January 6th to discuss how to, quote, kill the Biden presidency, a potential admission of sedition, to which Lawrence Tribe replied on Twitter, it's increasingly hard to see how DOJ can sit on this kind of revelation without convening a grand jury to inquire into seditious conspiracy leading to insurrection, letting the chips fall where they may. I would say, once again,
computer 30th.
Yes. Jamie Raskin on all this.
There were more than 140 officers of the Capitol Police and the Metropolitan Police Department who were seriously injured, broken noses, broken arms, broken ribs, broken legs, traumatic brain injuries. We've got dozens and dozens of people suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome right now. And for the first time in American history, they delayed the counting of electoral college votes by 4 or 5 hours.
Right. There was that. And then this.
This was the most massive, violent assault on the workings of Congress and on the U.S. Capitol since the War of 1812 and 1814. So how in the world could a high-ranking government official want to hide information or relevant documents that he or she might have about what took place? I mean, that's an astounding thing when you consider it.
Another layer of deliciousness, Jody. The White House is leaning toward releasing information to Congress about what Trump and his aides were doing during the January 6th attack on the Capitol, despite the former president's objections. Trump has said he will cite executive privilege to block information from the House Select Committee. But President Biden's White House plans to err on the side of disclosure given the gravity of the events of January 6th. The spokesman said the president views the attack on the Capitol as a dark stain on our country's history. He is deeply committed to ensuring that something like this can never happen again. He supports a thorough investigation. Jamie Raskin said it's really not relevant that because there's no president involved. There's no such thing as a former president's executive privilege.
Right.
So, well, you're the one with the law and order degree.
Right. Yeah.
Do you agree is what I'm asking?
I do agree.
Okay. Well, that was the important thing.
Yeah.
Jamie Raskin, constitutional
Whatever.
scholar. Yeah, whatever. The executive privilege stonewalling that Trump used while he was in office won't work anymore, said Norm Eisen, noting that the current president, not the former, has the real decision-making power. Such a bad day, such a bad week for Mango Mussolini. It's just, right. Okay. Our friend, the dreamy Representative Sean Patrick Maloney, Congressman Dreamboat.
Oh, my God.
This was hilarious. So he was talking about his experience on January 6th. All right, well, let's just start with this one.
The real danger here is not that we don't know what happened. It's that we know what happened and there's no outrage, or that the other side simply tries to pass it off as normal behavior. That wasn't true in Watergate, by the way. I think Richard Nixon knew that when his conversations were revealed, the gig was up. He bought into the basic moral framework. Here, the president has always denied it.
You know, Jody, every story is obviously part of this morning. How do you think that's going to fall in these crazy right-wing circles, the Arizona thing? They all were amping up for this, right, for weeks. I mean, what happens now? Does their souffle has just...
It's fallen.
I mean, just yet another huge plank of this big lie. This is what a lot of them were basing all of it on, right?
They were. And I still don't understand why he's bothering with Texas. It makes no sense. He's going to lose more votes again.
Right.
Well, clearly he thought Arizona, as of last night, I'm like, what kind of information is he getting that he thought it was going to exonerate him in some way? And it's not just the opposite, but it's hilariously the opposite. Okay. Anyway, but Sean Patrick Maloney on the 6th.
Look, I was there. I was on the House floor. I was in that undisclosed location with a bunch of Republicans who were, one in particular, who was gleeful at what was transpiring outside. It took me a minute to understand why she was having such a good time. But I saw it. I saw it with her staff who caught up with her. They were excited about what was going on. They had been at the White House, I believe, the day before, talking about what was going to happen. I mean, it's not really a mystery when Mo Brooks is down at the rally, you know, whipping up the crowd and pointing them towards the Capitol with I believe, with a bulletproof vest on.
Yes, and here's the funny part. Okay.
But I do think it matters that we know exactly what Kevin McCarthy was doing, exactly what Jim Jordan was doing, and others who were in communication with the president that day. Because what he knew, when he knew it, whether he failed to take action to respond, meaning to get help to the Capitol, whether he delayed that action, those are very important facts. And history should know them, and we should know them. And I think it matters. So let's just get the truth.
Congressman, who was the gleeful Republican member of Congress?
Well, I don't want to say, but her initials are Marjorie Taylor Greene.
He's funny, Congressman Dreamboat.
Yep.
That was great.
That was a slow burn. That was a slow burn on that joke.
I just cannot wait, Jody, for them to wipe the smirks off all these arrogant mother faces that think they got away with all this. That just sedition's okay now, and insurrection's fine. It doesn't matter if they were involved. I mean, Raskin and Schiff are right. They are not going to stop the truth from coming out. They're just not this time. We have, a Biden White House and a Biden Justice Department, regardless of how slow or fast many of us think Merrick Garland is moving. I mean, do we even need to do a commercial for the Step store? I mean, the shirts are flying off the right. Look at this. Look at it. Get your face
Look
up
at
there.
that.
Get your face up there. Look. We have them for Team Pfizer, Team J&J. We are all Team Vaccine here. We have amazing.
That's right.
And you can get it on everything. Right, Chris? Not just shirts.
Bath mats, shower curtains. You can get it on art, a clock. You can get a selfie bomb on a clock.
We have Stephanie Miller swag. We have sexy liberal swag. And, of course, all the vaccine shirts. Get it now. StephanieMiller.com. Whee!